Alright there guys, and welcome back to the Dragon Ball Super Review series. Today it is the penultimate episode of the whole series. That's right, the second to last episode this week, and next week will be the very last episode of this series. So, last week I covered the Universal Survival Arc setup, which meant the preliminary rounds of the Tournament of Power and the recruiting for the Tournament of Power that Universe 7 did. I covered all of that. Now it is time to get into the Tournament of Power itself. But you're thinking, the Tournament of Power, why? How come you're making it up into two parts? Well, the Tournament of Power itself is 34 episodes long. So in order to make sure I can get these videos out without them being too long, I've decided to split them up into two parts. So this part will cover episodes 96 up to 112, and next week's episode will cover episodes 13 up to the very last one, which is 131. So yeah, we will start off with the first half of the Tournament of Power this week, and the second and final half of it next week. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Everyone arrives at the tournament arena after it has been built by the Grand Priest. And Goku straight away goes up and sees Kaba and meets Kale and Caulifla for the first time. And he's quite shocked to see that there are female Saiyans in Universe 6, since there are no female Saiyans except Pan, but she's a baby, in Universe 7. Then Goku sees Jiren, who is the strongest, known as the strongest being in all of the multiverse that's not a deity. Goku goes, "Hey," and before he even finishes saying that, Jiren is already behind him and says, "Get lost." Jiren clearly isn't here to enjoy himself like Goku is. So, Frieza goes off and ends up meeting Frost, so they see each other for the first time. We have Universe 7 Frieza and Universe 6 Frieza. The two of them make a secret alliance at the just before the tournament starts that may be used later on in the tournament itself. And the Grand Priest gives us all the rules. First of all, the time limit. The time limit for this tournament is 2 ticks, which translates to 48 minutes. So 1 tick is 24 minutes, I guess. If you knock someone out of the arena, they are eliminated. That is the only way they can be eliminated. There is no flying, but this is something I don't get. I've always found... Hang on. Sorry about that. I always thought it was anyone is able to fly, it's just the people who have wings are able to fly easier than people who don't. I never thought, because people without loads of people without wings fly in this tournament anyway. So my the way I thought of it makes more sense anyway. But yeah, apparently no flying is one of the rules. If you kill another fighter, you are disqualified from the tournament and eliminated as well. And when all 10 members of a universe are eliminated, the universe is erased by the 2 Xenos. So we have 8 universes competing with 8, which makes 80 fighters. And you're thinking, but hang on, isn't there 12 universes in the multiverse? Why are only 8 competing? Well, only 8 are competing because universes 1, 5, 8, and 12 have such high mortal levels right? Their mortal levels are so high that they're too good. They get a free pass on this tournament. They don't have to participate. But it's revealed that the Xenos would have actually erased quite a lot of universes anyway because their mortal levels were so low. So Goku creating the Tournament of Power, making the Tournament of Power happen, actually turned out to be a good thing, not a bad thing. Yes, he's put his own universe in imminent danger, along with all the others, but he has prevented them from being destroyed randomly by themselves for no reason. So we have Universe 7's team captain is Gohan, because he's the smartest. And the tournament begins. Straight away, Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza. Yeah, Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Android 17 and 18 all leave the Universe 7 team. As in, they don't stay with the rest of the universe. They just go off and do their own thing. Which leaves Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi surrounded by tons of people from different universes, all targeting them, since Goku is from Universe 7, and it's kind of his fault that this tournament is happening. But it's weird, why are you targeting the other fighters instead of targeting Goku, who actually is the problem here? So yeah, those 5 are surrounded, while the other 5 go off somewhere else. Most of the Universe 9 fighters that don't really matter, get eliminated quite easily, and then the Trio de Dangers take on Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta don't mess about, they go straight to Super Saiyan Blue, and they basically do final Kamehameha, but without being Vegito. Essentially, Goku does a Kamehameha, Vegeta does the Final Flash, but they're standing right next to each other when they do it, so it gives off the effect of a final Kamehameha without actually being one. Eliminates all three of the Trio de Dangers, which is Basil, Lavender, and Bergamo, and that is Universe 9 out of the tournament. That is Universe 9 with all 10 members eliminated, which means the 2 Xenos raise their hands like this and erase the universe from existence. And this is a big moment. In fact, I even made a top 10 Tournament of Power moments video not too long after the tournament had ended back in 2018. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the top moments I put on the list. Because Universe 9 getting erased is the first huge moment of the whole tournament, because it makes every single person there who's still in the tournament freeze and just look up, because the stakes, they're serious. If your universe loses, you get erased from existence. So after that, Goku and Vegeta then go off to do their own things. Next up, we have Krillin and Android 18 giving some very, very good teamwork in taking on a guy from Universe 4. They eliminate him pretty well. Krillin showing that intelligence can be just as useful as raw power. But Krillin Krillin eliminates the guy by throwing his shoe onto his nose, and it smells really bad. No, I'm not joking. That's literally how Krillin eliminates the guy. Only for him to then drop his guard and get instantly eliminated himself by Frost. Of course, Frost, you asshole. Frost eliminates Krillin, and Universe 7 have already lost a fighter. And it would be Krillin, wouldn't it? It would have to be Krillin. He's not even the weakest one there either. Next up, we have we are introduced to some Universe 11 fighters who we expect to be super strong because Universe 11 has the highest mortal level out of the universes that are competing in the tournament. But no, Universe 11 actually turns out to be a pretty big disappointment. Apart from Jiren, Toppo, and Dispo, they don't have anyone who's that strong really at all. Next up we have Tien fighting a sniper, and that goes as well as you expect. Tien can't even take down one single person without taking himself down at the same time. He uses the multiform technique, creates 3 clones of himself, they all get killed, and then the only way Tien can beat the sniper is grab him and take him down, take him out of the tournament arena with himself. So that's another member of that's the sniper gone, and Tien is also eliminated from the tournament. Great, that's 2 Universe 7 members out of the tournament already. So next up we see what Hit. So next up, what's Hit up to? Well, Hit is actually taking on a member of the 3rd strongest member of Universe 11, Dispo, who looks very similar to Beerus, and is actually the fastest in the universe. Berta, eat your heart out. Finally, we have someone who is actually the fastest in the universe. And Dispo is getting the upper hand on Hit due to his speed. To Hit's time skip isn't fast enough to take Dispo on. So when Dispo looks like he's going to get a super good blow onto Hit, out of nowhere, Goku appears in his Super Saiyan God form. That's right, not Blue, Super Saiyan God, the red-haired version. And it's the first time since the Battle of Gods arc we've seen this. It really should have been used more often, but it hadn't until this point. Which is strange because in the manga for Dragon Ball Super, in the Universe 6 tournament, Goku uses his Super Saiyan God form, but in the anime he only uses Super Saiyan Blue. He never uses his regular God form. So Goku gets the upper hand on Hit. Not on Hit, they're not fighting. Gets the upper hand on Dispo a little bit. And then we have another member of Universe 11 called Kunishi appear, who has these strings as his attacks. He drops a bunch of mines with his string that if Hit walks on, they explode. So what does Hit do? He just goes like this. And because he has the power of shockwaves, he can literally send the shockwave past the explosive mines without them going off and hits Kunishi. Dispo is knocked off the arena, but Kunishi uses his strings to grab Dispo and throw him back on. And this is a bit of an annoying point for me because the whole how far can someone fall out of the arena before they actually count as getting eliminated, it's so inconsistent. It is so inconsistent because some people fall further and do not get eliminated than others who don't fall as far but then do get eliminated. It's very inconsistent. But then finally, Hit eliminates Kunishi. So that's another member of Universe 11 down. Next up, Kale and Caulifla actually meet up in the arena with Goku, as Caulifla wants to learn how to turn Super Saiyan Blue, since she just learned to go Super Saiyan 2 for the first time, as does Kaba. But Goku's like, nah, you ain't close to Super Saiyan Blue yet. Why not try Super Saiyan 3? And then a bunch more guys from Universe 11 attack, but Kale and Caulifla deal with them pretty easily. And you suddenly realise that Universe 11 really ain't that good. It's pretty weak, actually. Jiren, Toppo, and Dispo are the only actually strong fighters from the universe. But Kale uses her Berserk form, which again is the female version of legendary Super Saiyan with Broly. Then she learns to control that power for a brief moment, but not too long. She shoots this red and green blast, which looks pretty badass actually, but we will be seeing that again later on for something way more badass than this. But not in this video, we'll have to cover that next week. But then Kale and Caulifla need to rest, so Goku will fight to keep them safe. Even though Goku is Universe 7 and Kale and Caulifla are Universe 6, for some reason they just decide to team up anyway, despite their fighting against each other. Meanwhile, Gohan and Piccolo are fighting members of Universe 10, and Gohan eliminates the very last one, which means the two Xenos raise their hands again to erase Universe 10, which means yes, Goasu is gone. As when the universe is erased, every single person from the entire universe gets erased, except the Angel. The Angel, which is what Whis and Vados are the only members of their universes that do not get erased. The God of Destruction, the Supreme Kai, and every single living thing in that universe is erased from existence. So Universe 10 has gone, and this just again reiterates, this is serious. This is serious. The stakes of this tournament are higher than in any other tournament in anime history. There is no tournament in any other anime that has higher stakes and more ambition than this tournament did. Could you imagine if Dragon Ball Z pulled off something like this, but on Earth? An 80-fighter battle royale on Earth, with a giant tournament arena like 10 times the size of the actual one that always gets used. But Gohan sees that the last guy he eliminated had a golden pocket watch with a picture of himself, his wife, and his child inside. And all of them, and he just realizes what he is reiterated too, that yeah, you get eliminated, it's all over. He has been erased from existence, with his wife and child have also been erased from existence. Meanwhile, Master Roshi is taking on somebody from Universe 2, I think. And this is when we are reintroduced to Brienne, from the strongest fighter from Universe 2, who, along with the two girls next to her, does a Magical Girl parody transformation and becomes Ribrienne, everyone's favourite character. Said nobody ever, unless they were being ironic. Seriously, there can't be anyone out there that unironically thinks Ribrienne is a good character. She's not. Her base form when she looks human and has green hair, that's cute. Turns into Ribrienne. Oh, get that away. Burn it with fire if you have to. She literally. Well, I don't know why she doesn't make. Why she becomes 10 times more uglier when she transforms, but she does. She goes around eliminating a bunch of nobodies that we don't care about. And Master Roshi finally gets over his pervertedness. And eliminates this duck that he's fighting. No, I'm not joking. He eliminates this duck from Universe 4. Yeah, not Universe 2, Universe 4. As he performs the original Kamehameha. Since he was the one that created the technique to begin with, it's the one where he charges it super slowly. It's where he goes like this. Where he does it super slowly and then shoots it, and it eliminates the Universe 4 dog. Meanwhile, Android 17 is fighting one of the other Magical Girl parodies, and takes her and eliminates her with relative ease, so down goes a member of Universe 4, and down goes a member of Universe 2. With Universe 2 being the universe of beauty, is what it's known as, meaning every single person in that universe wears makeup. All the men wear makeup and all the women wear makeup. That's what the universe is about. But after Master Roshi defeats the duck, he starts getting ambushed by Frost. And it's not going too well for him. I mean, of course it isn't. How is Master Roshi supposed to be able to take on Frost after the fight he just had? But Master Roshi, for some unbeknown reason, manages to transform into his max power stage, where he has really, really huge muscles everywhere. He starts gaining the upper hand on Frost for some reason, which would never happen. I know Dragon Ball's not supposed to be realistic in any way, but that's unrealistic even for Dragon Ball standards. But Master Roshi doesn't have the upper hand for too long, and then as Frost takes him down. Or Frost almost takes him down and then thinks, wait a minute. He looks up at Vegeta, and Vegeta's just standing there. He shoots a death beam at Vegeta, and Vegeta blocks it without even looking. Because Frost wanted to get Vegeta's attention, and he did. So Master Roshi decides, well, I can't beat him normally, so Mafuba. Master Roshi tries the Mafuba attack the same attack Trunks tried on Zamasu in the Goku Black arc, but due to Master Roshi being pretty much completely out of energy, it doesn't work and Frost escapes pretty easily. Then Vegeta starts taking Frost on. But Master Roshi decides to try and help Vegeta and use the Mafuba again, only this time Frost was ready for it. And he manages to grab them, intercept the Mafuba himself, and then use it on Vegeta. Somehow. Then Master Roshi falls, and Vegeta goes into the pot and is trapped, but not eliminated, because the pot would have to be thrown out of the arena in order for Vegeta to be counted as eliminated. But as Master Roshi falls to the ground, he throws a incredibly tiny, probably the smallest ki blast that's ever been thrown in the entire Dragon Ball franchise, that's so small that you can't even see it. And he manages to sneak it past Frost, and it takes off the top of the pot. It cracks it and breaks it open. So Vegeta is able to escape, and he ain't messing about. Turns Super Saiyan Blue, starts beating the crap out of Frost, but Frost is thinking, yeah, I ain't dealing with this right now. Smoke bomb, and he disappears. Meanwhile, Dispo is having a bit more trouble with this water guy, which means Jiren, for the very first time in this tournament, actually does something. With absolutely zero effort, he goes like this, and the shockwave from Jiren's punch instantly eliminates the guy. So at least it gives us a good understanding how strong Jiren is right from the get-go, as from his first attack. He's very strong. Way stronger than Goku and Vegeta. And that's all we see for Jiren until Goku comes up to him, but that's not going to happen for a tiny bit longer yet. Next up, when Frost goes to a different part of the arena, he meets back up with Frieza. But he wants to test Frieza's loyalty. Has Frieza really betrayed Universe 7? So he tells him to start attacking Gohan. Frieza transforms into his golden form and starts attacking Gohan. But Gohan quickly clocked onto it that Frieza's only doing this to put Frost in a false sense of security. Which is exactly what happens. So then Frost knocks Gohan down to the ground. Gohan easily could just get back up, but that would break the illusion that Frieza has betrayed Universe 7. So he stays down. And that's after he was having trouble with the Yard Rat. If you guys don't remember what the Yard Rats are, these are the guys that Goku learned the instant transmission of back in Dragon Ball Z. And Frieza eliminates him with relatively zero troubles at all. And then Frost is like, okay, I believe you. But can I try how do I achieve the golden form? And Frieza's like, oh, you probably wouldn't be able to achieve it just yet. But maybe you can achieve this. Then Frieza goes into his 100% muscle form. If you remember, he used it against Goku back on Namek, after Goku turned into a Super Saiyan for the first time. But of course, as we know, that the increase in power means a decrease, an increase in power and mass means a decrease in speed. So Frost attempts to try and go into that 100% muscle form as well, and succeeds straight away. And after that, Frieza says to him, just remember, don't trust anyone. Frost seems a bit suspicious of Frieza when he says that, but before he has a chance to do anything else, Frieza blasts him out of the arena. Frost is eliminated. Out goes one of the Universe 6 members. Android 17 also eliminated Batamo earlier, but Batamo's literally the least interesting Universe 6 character, so that's why I didn't mention it back then. And after Frost did his smoke bomb to escape, Master Roshi almost dies, which shocks Goku and Krillin, since they were his very first students. Goku stops the fight he's having, rushes over to Master Roshi, and manages to use some sort of technique that we've not seen before and restart Master Roshi's heart and bring him back to life. as he hugs Master Roshi and looks super upset, which was an incredibly touching moment. Because Master Roshi made a little speech when he was taking on the duck guy from Universe 4 that embodied everything about what Master Roshi is. His life, his philosophy, and what would he be leaving? What if he died here and now? What is the legacy he would be leaving behind? That is what So yeah, it's a very touching moment that Master Roshi is saved. Meanwhile, Vegeta is having to face Vegeta again. Only this time, Vegeta has magma rocks as ear plugs in his ears, despite he's a robot, so he shouldn't get offended about anything because he's a robot. So Vegeta's insults don't work. But because Vegeta's quite scary to Vegeta, he ends up crying like a little bitch anyway, and Vegeta lightly pushes him out of the ring, so he's out. That's 3 members of Universe 6 out. Frost, Batamo, and Vegeta. Frost says, essentially, he's essentially in a quick short summary, that's bullshit. That's essentially what Frost is saying when he gets eliminated by Frieza. So pissed off at that he gets a death beam and is ready to fire it at Frieza from the spectator section, but the 2 Xenos go no, raise their hands, and boom, Frost gets erased from existence just like that. Which shows that the Xenos can erase anyone or anything at any given time. That's how powerful they are. So yeah, Frost managed to get erased from existence after getting erased before his universe got erased. Because one of the rules I didn't mention earlier, because this is the only time it is applicable, you cannot try and use any sort of attack from the spectators section after you've been eliminated. Oh, and no weapons or items that will give you an advantage. That's all. They're also banned from the tournament. So next up we have Vegeta telling Master Roshi, you should just eliminate yourself, as there's no way you'll be able to fight anymore. But Vegeta finally gives Master Roshi the respect he deserves. As we've been with Master Roshi since the very, very beginning of Dragon Ball. The only 2 characters in Dragon Ball that we've been with longer than Master Roshi are Goku and Bulma. We haven't been with... They're only those 2 we have been with longer than we've been with Master Roshi. So now it is finally time for Goku to face Jiren. And this is where it starts getting good. This is where the tournament really hots up. But just before Goku starts to fight Jiren, Frieza eliminates Kaba as well. So that's 4 members of Universe 6 out. And they basically underused Kaba's character so much in this tournament that we actually saw more of his character in the Universe 6 arc when we first met Kaba than we did in the Tournament of Power. Bit disappointing. But now it is time, so Goku goes up to Jiren and gets ready to take him on. He tries his base form. That doesn't work. Super Saiyan. That doesn't work. Super Saiyan 2. Nope, still not working. Super Saiyan God? Nope. Okay, I'm really clutching at straws here. Can one of my forms please work? Super Saiyan Blue? Nope. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20? Nope, that doesn't work. The only thing that's useful for is for Goku to hang on to the ledge of the tournament arena after getting knocked off of it by Jiren, but he managed to pull himself back up to make sure he doesn't get eliminated. Next up, Goku's thinking, right, I'm struggling to win against him. But so Jiren punches Goku down, but Goku doesn't give up. He still keeps going at it, trying to attack Jiren. And we have an incredible tracking shot of the arena as Goku and Jiren swing and swoosh past so many different fighters as they all look up as Goku and Jiren go past them. But none of that worked for Goku, so he thinks, okay, if you can't beat him, bomb him. He stands in the middle of the arena and says, okay everyone, I need you to give me your energy. You know what he's doing? He's charging a spirit bomb. If we had the original spirit bomb against Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, we had the large spirit bomb against Frieza in the Frieza saga, and we had the super spirit bomb against Kid Buu in the Majin Buu saga. So what is this spirit bomb called? Well, it's called, I don't know, they didn't give it a name, so I'm just going to go with the ultimate spirit bomb. That's what I'm going to call it. And every member of Universe 7, other than Beerus and Whis obviously, because that's cheating, gives Goku their energy. Krillin, Tien, Master Roshi, Android 17, Android 18, Gohan, Piccolo. Even Frieza gives Goku his energy. And Frieza actually knows what it feels like to experience the full force of a spirit bomb. Frieza has actually experienced that before. And who's the only person that does not give Goku their energy? It's Vegeta. Of course it's Vegeta. Of course it is. Who knows how much more power Goku would have had in that spirit bomb if Vegeta actually did give him his energy. So Goku throws the spirit bomb at Jiren, and Jiren very, very effortlessly just pulls his hands up like this and just goes. That's essentially what he does. And before you know it, the spirit bomb has been pushed back at Goku and pretty much goes completely through him, and it looks like that's it. Goku has been killed. Shampa starts getting angry for some reason, despite none of his fighters have anything to do with this, saying Jiren killed Goku, he should be disqualified for cheating. But the Grand Priest explains that Goku was the one who threw the attack, so therefore Jiren did not kill Goku, because Goku was the one, because it's Goku's attack, not Jiren's. And just as the two Xenos are about to click on Goku's head on the God Pad, I haven't mentioned that yet, have I? The God Pad, oh dear, it's basically a parody of the iPad. You know how when Goasu made the joke of GodTube and GodTuber in the tournament in the Goku Black arc when he was talking to Zamasu? They've kept that joke running into the next arc. So yeah, the God Pad is essentially the Xenos click on anytime a character gets eliminated from the tournament, they click on their head to confirm their elimination from the tournament. And just as they're about to click on Goku's head, the entire arena is engulfed in white. And Goku rises up from the ashes. As we see, he is still alive. So he is not eliminated from this tournament. As we see him, he has a slightly new, different hairstyle. He has blue aura, but not Super Saiyan blue aura. The Super Saiyan blue aura is light blue, this aura is dark blue. And as Goku is walking, and as Goku's eyes have gone from black to silver. As Goku is walking closer towards Jiren, and as soon as he takes his first step, Goku is right next to Jiren, with a punch that Jiren just barely dodges it quickly enough, but it shocks everyone. Dispo and Toppo look up in disbelief. Like, did Goku really just do that? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Next, my favourite soundtrack in Dragon Ball Super, Ultimate Battle, starts playing as Goku starts his assault on Jiren. Jiren goes for the punch and Goku dodges it without even thinking. So then Jiren jumps down to a lower part of the arena where Goku's standing to attack. But before that, Goku has already jumped past him. Jiren just turns around and goes like this, wipes off the mark that Goku made on his face. Everyone is shocked and in disbelief that Goku is taking Jiren on and not doing too bad anymore. So Toppo and Dispo charge at Goku at the same time. Remember, they are the second and third strongest members of Universe 11. And Goku, with absolutely no trouble at all, does this. Grabs both of them and just flings them away. So Toppo then uses Justice Flash, fires all these blasts at Goku super fast, and Goku literally just walks, and none of the blasts hit him. All of them miss, because even though he's walking. And one gets close to him, so he goes, just pushes it away like it's nothing. And Jiren is like, yeah, you better stop. This is something only I can handle. So then for pretty much the rest of the episode, Goku and Jiren have an absolutely amazing fight. Brilliant animation, brilliant fighting. And this was Dragon Ball Super episode 110 when this happened. What number is in my Twitter and Instagram handles? Oh, 110. Why is that? Because that is why. Because what episode 110 of Dragon Ball Super is the episode where Goku finally achieves Ultra Instinct. That's right, Ultra Instinct, the brand new form. Well, it's not so much as a form as a technique, really, where your body moves without even thinking. Which is exactly what we talked to Goku and Vegeta about when they were training on Beerus' planet just before the Resurrection F, just before Frieza was revived in the Resurrection F arc. But as Goku goes for his last punch, his Ultra Instinct runs out and he's back in his base form, and Jiren just sweeps him aside but does not eliminate him from the tournament. And this episode actually ends with Frieza standing in front of Goku holding a blast right in front of him, and we're thinking, because that was the cliffhanger ending of the episode, we thought, oh no, is Frieza going to eliminate Goku from the tournament himself? But when we get to episode 111, the next episode, that wasn't the case at all. Frieza actually gave Goku some of his energy. Because back on Namek, after Frieza cut himself in half with his Destructo Disc, even after everything that had happened, he'd almost killed Piccolo, he had killed Krillin, he awakened the legendary Super Saiyan inside of Goku, and Goku still gave him some of his energy before leaving, only for Frieza to repay him by using Death Cannon. But Goku used Angry Kamehameha to make sure Frieza was defeated. back on Namek. So Frieza repays Goku from all those years ago and gives him some of his energy. You never know what you're going to get with Frieza. You never know what he's really going to do you? Episode 111 is actually a pretty good episode as well, as Hit decides, well, Goku couldn't beat you. My turn. And this episode is Jiren versus Hit. Unfortunately, Hit's time skip ability doesn't really do him much good against Jiren, as Jiren is dominating Hit very easily until Hit uses a brand new technique we've not seen before that puts Jiren in this like bubble and freezes him and stops him from moving. But because Jiren is so much stronger than Hit, he manages to break out of that bubble, that time skip bubble, pretty easily, and blasts Hit out of the arena. And now it's getting pretty dire for Universe 6. They've just lost their strongest non-Saiyan fighter. This is bad. Really bad. All we've got next is Goku struggling to take on some robots, which Kale and Caulifla deal with for him, and Piccolo and Gohan are fighting the Universe 6 Namekians, because, again, Universe 6 and 7 are parallel. Any race that exists in Universe 7 also exists in Universe 6. That's how it works. So, that will actually conclude this video, because that is the first half of the Tournament of Power over and done with. I'm not going to give the first half of the Tournament of Power a rating out of 10 like I have with every other episode of this series so far, because it's only one half of the tournament. I will rate the whole tournament at the end of the next episode, and then give my overall rating for Super in general. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, follow me on all my social medias, and join me back here next week for Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Power, second half. But until then, catch you later.